Today's video, we're going to be talking about 11 website design mistakes guaranteed to crash your company's conversion rate. Hello, my name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder and CEO, in case you don't already know, for AutoGrow.co. In today's video, though, we're going to talk about if you wanted to crash your company's conversion rate, here's how you would do it. Why are we doing this? Because sometimes it's good to understand things by understanding them through the lens of what you do not want to accomplish.
No, God!
Number one, you should absolutely just lack any clear goals or objectives when you get started. You just want to jump right into it. Don't think critically about any of it. Just say, I think we need to do a website redesign or design if it's your first time, and just get going. And then you should definitely get mad at the web designer later on for not being able to fill in that gap for you later. But on the other hand, if you are just a strange person and you want to actually grow your conversion rate and otherwise decrease your bounce rate, increase the overall user experience on your website, you would want to set goals and objectives. You would want to think critically from that as your endpoint and kind of walk backwards a bit. Depending on how many hours you spend on YouTube, that could sound a little bit like cliche advice, but actually try to do that and it won't sound so cliche. It will sound like, hey, that actually works, because it does. Think about the end result and kind of walk your way backwards from that. If you're doing a website redesign, you want some sort of data or analytics to work off of, and this can come in the form of both qualitative and quantitative data. Qualitative data can come really well in the form of heat maps, not just scroll maps, but like heat maps in terms of like looking at patterns. Where are people most highlighting in terms of being on a page with the mouse. You could also take account the scroll map. To me, if you've ever used one of these scroll map tools, they all kind of look the same. It's like, all right, 80% of people got 30% of the way down the page and everyone else dropped off. So that's like every scroll map I've almost ever seen. And I guess really the pattern there, the takeaway is make your web pages shorter, more interesting, and less wordy, and just maybe break it up across multiple pages. Second tip is, if you want to crash your company's conversion rate, you should make sure that your copy is as irrelevant as possible. And one of the best ways to do that in terms of both copy and design is definitely do not research who is in your target audience. If you're kind of a weird person and you want to grow sales for some reason, I guess what you could do is you could go to Amazon reviews, which is actually a really smart tip. Read reviews of books that are being read by people who you know to be in your target market. And this is just a great hack that I heard from one of the copywriters who wrote copy for Crazy Egg, which is well known in the past for having done some extensive A/B tests and then shared some of those results. But since that, growing your sales is definitely not your goal, you should not do that. Instead, you should just use ChatGPT. Don't even think about it. ChatGPT is going to take care of everything. There's no humans, there's no judgment needed ever. The age of AI, baby. Quotes around the I in AI, in my opinion. The next mistake, or should I say tip, for how to fail at web design for your business or otherwise just crash your company's conversion rates, is to ignore mobile responsiveness and mobile optimization in general. Just pretend like it doesn't exist. When your designer sends you a mock-up for what the website is going to look like, he or she is designing it obviously on their desktop, and you're obviously probably looking at it on your desktop too. You should just assume that that's how everyone's going to see it. Definitely, make that mistake of not thinking about that 60+% of your traffic and traffic online is now coming to all websites through mobile devices. The next tip for how to crash your company's conversion rate or website design mistake that is guaranteed to help you fail at website design for your business is not having a backup plan in case of disaster, because nothing ever goes wrong in business, and so you should not be taking backups of your website. When the website design is completed, you should not ask your designer for assets in terms of the Adobe files or anything like this, because you will never need to update it ever again. That would only make it easy if that were the case, so you should not be asking for those assets. Everything is A-okay, nothing ever goes wrong. The next website design mistake, or should I say tip, is poorly written or irrelevant content. So in order to help you crash your website's conversion rate, you should absolutely make sure that your copy is as irrelevant as possible. You should digress into long rants about politics. That is a surefire way to not attract customers and clients, and otherwise just piss people off in general. You should also make it as poorly written as possible. I mean, typos are really welcome in this case, because typos, man, in 2018, we did our own sequence test where we were selling info products. And I noticed from doing a quality check after we had launched, because we were in a rush to launch version 1 of this and on the clock for launching this info product. So I went ahead, I updated it, I took all the typos out, fixed the wording so that things just flowed better, and grammar and whatever. And it was only like 5 corrections. And as a result, sales actually went up, and I was really disappointed because of that. Next tip is broken links and missing pages. This one's pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You want to make sure that it's just a complete Russian roulette gamble. Every time they click a link, it's either going to take them into some black hole of the interwebs, or just takes them to a 404 page. That could be even better. It's really just truly exciting experience to be on your new website, because people just never know what they're going to get, and they will absolutely never buy anything from you, but they might be entertained by that experience. The next tip for how to fail at website design for your business is you want to make your website really as slow as possible. I mean, really, you just want people to try to load it up, and it's like 1996 with the AOL modem all over again. It's just, just have a progress bar. Like, if you really want to just go for it on this one, I would say you want to spend some extra money, hire a developer to make a progress bar. And that progress bar is, what will actually show when people first come to the site. And it should just get stuck, right as it gets to maybe 73%, but just take its time getting there. Maybe accelerate it at the end, just so people think, yes, it's finally, and then it just doesn't. This is how you crash your conversion rate. Next tip would be, you want to be as aggressive as possible with certain alerts and pop-ups. For example, those fantastic, we all feel great about them, those pop-ups that come up when it says, hey, the European Union passed this law, and so we have to tell you that we're going to, track you, and you don't really have a choice in it either way. We're just going to do it. And this law is completely well-intentioned, but just absolutely wasting years of human life, because everyone on the internet has to go to these websites and click this link. But I digress. You should definitely really amplify that, but maybe just have 2, 3, maybe 5 of them. And then when you're looking to maybe capture someone's email address too, you absolutely just want to flood the whole page and just, have an X in the top right-hand corner. The advantage to this is that Google will then just eventually just kind of really just push you down maybe to page 8 or 50 or something like this. And so you just won't show up on Google search rankings. So PS, by the way, guys, this is Matt from the future. If you want more amazing tips with surefire ways to fail at website design for your business and just absolutely just crater your conversion rate, we put together a full list of 37, and that is in the article linked in the description right below this video on YouTube or wherever you might be watching this. Thank you so much. Check it out. 9th tip to help ensure that you can really succeed at failing: not answer visitor questions. This one is a little more subtle because, intuitively you might think that when you're writing copy, you're going to get really good results if you're actually just trying to talk to the human being who's going to be reading it on the other side of the screen, and really just trying to empathize with them and anticipate, what is it that they need to actually make an informed buying decision. You would think that, but in order to succeed at failing at web design for your business, that's just crazy talk. So don't do that. Instead, you just want to be answering whatever questions just kind of float into your mind. You do not want to be anticipating what questions that they actually have. The 10th tip, don't have a risk reversal. Don't have any clear return policy or warranty information. Don't have any money back guarantee, because people, when they're looking to make buying decisions, we're all risk averse. This is what the law of loss tells us from AutoGrow's 11 Laws of Sales Funnel Physics. I built this framework. It's called the 11 Laws. Go check it out. And the law of loss tells us that, we are susceptible in terms of our buying psychology to really emphasizing the idea that, you know, we might lose out. And so to help you really just lower your conversion rate, just absolutely just crater it. Maybe you should even just tell people, hey, if you sign up, you know, you're just going to be spending money, and we'll just take that money and you won't get the promise. Because what a good product does and what a good service does is you make a promise and then you work your butt off to fulfill on that promise. And for the last website design mistake is you want to make sure to include low quality and completely irrelevant images and graphics on your pages. I mean, just don't have a fine eye, don't have any standard at all. You just want to get some nice pixelated photos. Maybe your designer can actually help you with this, because a lot of people call themselves designers. Really, you should just take some stock photos from iStock Photo, you know, with the nice watermarks. And I think that can, you know, really make a good impact on your conversion rates. And by impact, I mean crushing them down to zero. You should make them as absolutely just generic as possible. I mean, you know when you can tell a photo is a stock photo because it's, you know, someone in like maybe it's like a business stock photo, someone in a collared shirt, there's a white background, and they're smiling like this. You should just include lots of those, because research shows that authentic photos where maybe it's you and your team, or, you know, a case study with a client and the client is on video and just speaking unscripted in their own words, authenticity really resonate with people, because stock photo images feel commercial and people don't like to feel like they are being sold or that, you know, there's something. So if crashing your conversion rates is your goal, you should definitely do that. But if auto-growing your business is your goal, you should definitely do the opposite of all of these tips and mistakes, and you will actually grow your conversion rate and you will have a great website design, and you won't make any website design mistakes. Your business will grow and scale. So that's it for this video. Of course, if you are interested in delegating all of your digital marketing tasks and projects to a full team of marketing pros with up to 16 skill sets all in one place, you never have to deal with any of the typical hiring or people headaches. We manage all that for you behind the scenes. You just have the ideas and delegate so that you can execute faster and scale your business or agency or SaaS company or e-commerce or coaching. We can offer you skill sets like copywriting, design, development, ads, strategy, and so much more. If you're interested in any of that, go check us out at autogrow.co. You can get started for just $7 for your first week. So in conclusion, we'd love to hear what you guys thought of this format. If you like it, let us know, like the video, and leave a comment. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep auto growing and stay focused.